So my name is Jesse Kapavi. I'm a senior business program manager on the Surface team. And with me today is Hiral. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about the Surface Pro X, talking about using that device in a modern workplace. We'll talk about the device a little bit, and then we'll cover topics like deployment, management, security, productivity, and then also talk a little bit about application compatibility. So if those things are interesting to you, we hope that we'll give you a good overview of those topics. And then we'll be available offline for deeper conversations if you're an end user and you have questions that we don't answer. Or maybe you're in an IT department and you're thinking about this device in your environment. We'd love to talk to you one-on-one. So the first thing I'll say is, in Surface, we see the modern workplace is changing. One of the roles I have on the team is I'll take our new devices before we ship them and launch them, and I'll take them to our commercial customers and we'll test those devices in their environment, take their feedback and incorporate it into the design and the quality of the device. And then when I do this, it's always really interesting to meet with customers and watch how they're becoming more modern. We see that show up in a couple different ways. We see customers that are interested in cloud-based solutions like management with Intune. We also see it when they're exploring deployment capabilities like Microsoft Autopilot. We also see this when we see them using O365 or they're using data in the cloud. So there was a time when I would meet with customers and this was something that was far off on the horizon, and now when I meet with customers, they're often using these capabilities, or else they're running a pilot and they've been running one for some time, or they're seriously considering. So it's an interesting thing to see kind of happen in the ecosystem when you have customers that are becoming more modern and it's really becoming real. Another thing that we see when I meet with customers is employees, the way they work is changing a lot. We see a lot more employees that work remote some of the time, or a lot of the time, or all of the time. When I visit customers, it's more common that I meet a customer that has employees in shared workspaces or shared workstations. So it's interesting to see how that's evolved over time as well. Also, the way that employees collaborate with one another, more and more common to walk into a customer and they're using some type of collaboration solution, whether it be Microsoft Teams or something similar to do voice and video calls. So it's really interesting to see that as well. And all of this for us just really shows us how the workplace is changing and modernizing over time. We find that really interesting, and it's something that we feel like we need to always be cognizant of and react to with our devices. Of course, at the same time all of this is happening, both employees and IT teams have more pressure to do more with the resources that they have. And often that's where technology intersects in figuring out how those devices and technology can help employees and IT departments do more with what they have. In Surface, we really believe that a modern workplace needs a modern device. And that shows up a couple different ways. I mean, one, I'll say that when I meet with customers, I often am surprised by how much employees relate to the devices that they use every day. We have data that tells us that often device can be a significant factor in attracting top talent and maintaining top talent in your company. So we know that technology is a really big and important piece, especially devices are an important piece of the modern workplace. And of course, as we talked about before, the work style of employees is changing, and we need to support that with modern devices, whether that's enabling it to make it easy for an employee to take a device to a meeting, get back to their desk, get logged in quickly, whether that means being able to have a device that they can work with remotely or work in some sort of a shared space. So also really important. We also think it's really important that devices and the technology in those devices can help just employees do more and be more creative. And this really shines. All of our devices are touch and ink enabled, and we think that that's a great way to just bring out that creativity in employees. So we really believe that modern work really calls for a modern device, and in our eyes, the Surface Pro X is really just the pinnacle of that modern device. And we'll talk a little bit about why and some of the feature sets for that device. So I'd like to just show a quick video just for those in the room who haven't seen it. Probably you all have, but we'll talk about it afterwards. So on that note, introducing Surface Pro X.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Microsoft Surface Pro X. Cool video, isn't it? Can I get the clicker? Thank you, Jesse. When we created 2-in-1 category a few years ago with the launch of Surface Pro, we understand that it's our responsibility to put and push this category to the next level. We have been partnering with Qualcomm for over 2 years to come up with a processor that truly pushes this category to the next level. As you know, Surface Pro X is powered by Microsoft SQ1 processor, which is custom built in partnership with Qualcomm over 2 years. This processor truly unlocks every performance and speed need that our customer need to do their work every single day. This device also comes with Qualcomm AI engine, which enables the hardware acceleration for the next generation of neural network processing of audio and video processing. Think about a scenario, your everyday work scenario, where you are on a Teams call or a Skype call. You're looking at your screen during the presentation, either at the other person or at the content. With this AI engine, what it will do, it will adjust your eye glaze so that even if you're looking at the screen, the other person will feel like you're directly looking into the camera at them. The power of human connection. In summary, this partnership is the fusion of Qualcomm's mobile technology heritage with Surface PC requirements that our customer absolutely love and want. Now let's talk about some of the cool features of this device. It runs on a traditional classic Windows 10, full-blown Windows. There is no special edition of Windows needed for this device. One of the focus area that we had during our partnership with Qualcomm was the battery life. The way this processor is designed is to give you the optimal battery life up to 13 hours a day to get you through your day. One of the really cool feature, and I absolutely love it, is the fast charging. Within 1 hour, you will get to up to 80% of the charge. Think about a real life scenario. You are between the flight at an airport, you just have 1 hour. You connect your device, boom, you're good for your next flight. The next cool feature is LTE Connectivity. It's my personal favorite, and I'm biased because I belong to this team. This is our first gigabit capable LTE device, which comes with physical SIM and nano SIM. It's truly a global LTE device. And when I say global, it's because we do not regionalize our LTE product per region. You go to any of our launch market, more than 30 countries across the world, you pop in a SIM card that you like, boom, you're LTE connected. You don't have to ever rely on a crappy Wi-Fi. One of the other feature is instant on. As soon as you open your lid, you're logged in with the power of Windows Hello. The experiment that we have been doing is by the time you open your type cover and it hits the base, you're logged in. The device will invite you from the very first second to get your things done. The next one, Type-C connectors. We heard a lot of feedback from our customer. A lot of people want Type-C. So this device comes with 2 Type-C ports. Last but not the least are our design innovation. If you look at this product, super thin. Here, it's around 7.3 millimeters. Under the kickstand, it's 5.3 millimeters. Super thin device. It's our thinnest Pro yet. It weighs only 1.7 pounds. Another innovation that we did on this device is the screen size. If you look at our Pro 7 or Pro 6, the overall chassis of this device is the same as Pro 6 or Pro 7. However, The screen room that you have on this is 13-inch versus 12.3-inch because of the razor-thin bezel on this device. We reduced the bezel by 33% on this device to give you the more real estate. One of the other feature and super cool, my personal favorite, is the pen storage. We understood a lot of people had the instances where they would lose their pen if it was here. So we came up with the pen storage, so your pen is always there. Not only that, it is wireless charging. So it's always charging. The minute you pick up the pen, it's ready for you to do the stuff that you need. So this is truly the modern device that you need in your modern workplace. Next, I'll have Jesse back on stage to see how you can deploy this device in your environment.
Thanks, Raul.
Thanks, Jesse.
Very cool device. So let's talk a little bit about deployment, management, security, and productivity next. So from deployment perspective, we really designed this device around the Windows Autopilot experience. So our recommendation for deployment for this device is to use a modern deployment method like Windows Autopilot to deploy. If you're not familiar with Autopilot, this allows you to use the factory image that's already been configured to run with the best performance on this device. And when a user is going through provisioning, you can install applications, policies, and settings so that the device is ready for your end user to use out of the box. It's worth noting that there are a couple well-known image-based deployment solutions, mainly SSCM, Config Manager, OSD deployment, or operating system deployment. That does not support ARM-based PCs. Also of note, Windows Deployment Toolkit, another well-known image-based deployment solution, does not support ARM-based PCs. This, again, is why we recommend Windows Autopilot as the method for deploying these particular devices. From a management perspective, you can use any of the common management solutions. We recommend Intune cloud-based management, but you can also use SCCM or you can co-manage the device. And all the feature set works just like it would on a Windows 10 device with that exception of SCCM OSD deployment. So you have a lot of options when it comes to management, although we do recommend, in the spirit of this very modern device, using Intune management. In terms of the version of Windows that comes with the device will ship with Windows 19.03. We will not make drivers available for 18.09 for this particular device. Again, it's kind of one of those rare exceptions where it's very modern and we're shipping it with that version of Windows. When it comes to how you keep software up to date, drivers and firmware up to date, we give you a lot of different options with our portfolio of devices. We recommend Windows Update for keeping drivers, firmware up to date, and software as well. But you also have some other options. You can use Windows Update for Business. We also publish all of our drivers and firmware to the download center in the form of MSIs. So if you're a customer that wants to target those MSIs to devices using Intune or SSCM, that's also an option. For security, we recommend Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection. This device also comes with Microsoft Defender, so there's good solutions to help keep your device secure. This is a good time to talk about third-party security solutions on this device. Windows 10 ARM PCs have the ability to run 32-bit apps, and many of the apps that our customers need and use and love run great on Surface Pro X. If that app has a driver dependency, that driver will need to be compiled for this platform, compiled for ARM64. Many third-party security solutions do have a driver dependency, and therefore they may not work on this platform unless the software provider for that security solution compiles that driver for ARM64. So if you want to use a third-party security solution, what I would recommend you do is reach out to the manufacturer for that software that you want to use and find out what their support is for this platform, and if they don't support, what their timeline is to support. This device has a firmware TPM, so when you pair that firmware TPM with BitLocker, we help protect your data. It's a great solution for data protection. We've talked at Ignite a little bit about that new capability to manage your firmware settings with Intune from Cloud Management. This essentially allows you to do things like disable a camera, disable a video card, or a sound card, or else completely lock down the firmware of your device so that end users can't modify settings. So this capability is supported on this platform, which we're really excited about. That means if you choose to use that new capability, it gives you that ability to use Intune to lock down all the firmware settings on a device. We ship all of our devices with Secure Boot enabled in firmware by default, and so if you wanted to basically lock down the firmware on your device so an end user can't go in and disable that, you'd have that ability, and you could do it without having to go device to device. So that's a really interesting capability. One caveat on this particular form factor, we don't support the ability to disable cameras and disable audio, so that's one of the limitations on this form factor. But it's a really exciting capability, and encourage you to check it out. If you want more information on it, we're going to be doing demos on it later on today and on Thursday, so you can do a live demo of it. As we mentioned before, this device has a forward-facing 10 megapixel camera and forward-facing 5 megapixel camera and then a rear-facing 10 megapixel camera, so we recommend Windows Hello. It's a great way for a really strong enterprise-grade identity solution. Allows you to just really protect your identity using facial recognition. Also notable about security on this device, it supports hypervisor, VBS, and in addition, there's just the fact that it's an always connected device is really substantial from a security perspective. It means that if you need to get a driver or firmware to that device, it'll be connected so you can access the device and update the device. It also means that it enables new scenarios like doing things like Intune remote wipe. So that always connected PC scenario really does open up a lot of really interesting security solutions. For productivity, the image has Office 365 Pro Plus on the image for our commercial SKUs. And that's a 32-bit version of Office 365. This is a good time to state that right now you cannot run 64-bit applications on ARM-based PCs, and this is the reason we don't include a 64-bit version of Office 365. But Office 365, the 32-bit version, has been optimized for great performance on ARM-based PCs. We've taken some of the more processor-intensive code and optimized that code so it runs really, really well. One thing to be aware of course, is if you're using the 32-bit version of Office, you'll want 32-bit plugins. In terms of Teams, we recommend Microsoft Teams for collaboration. It has dual far-field microphones and a great forward-facing camera. Allows you to have really great Teams calls. Also, we're really excited to note that we've just released the Windows Virtual Desktop Client that is an ARM64 client. It'll run with great performance and great battery life. It's in preview right now, so if you're thinking about a virtualization solution, we would strongly recommend considering Windows Virtual Desktop. We'll just close out by talking a little bit more about apps. Native apps that have been compiled for this platform will run with the best performance, best battery life. We're seeing more and more native apps being released. To name a few, we've talked about Edge, we've talked about Windows Virtual Desktop, Firefox has an ARM64 client. Cisco NE-Connect has just released a VPN client that is also ARM64. We're starting to see more and more software providers release 64-bit clients. UWP apps run really well on this platform, so they run with great performance and great battery life. So all the apps that you would find in a store that are UWP would run as well. We talked a little bit about Windows 32-bit apps. If that app has a driver dependency, if the driver has not been compiled for ARM64, then that driver will have to be compiled in order for it to run. Many apps that we find commercial users want to use will have both a 64 and a 32-bit version, and so that makes it a viable solution. As we talked about before, 64-bit apps will not run, so if there's a particular app that you're using that's 64-bit, you'll want to reach out to the software provider and find out if they offer a 32-bit version. In terms of peripherals, if the peripheral has an inbox driver in Windows, if you plug it in, it will find it just works as expected. But it'll have some of the same limitations if it runs with a companion app. So we've talked about a couple different things today, and you know where to find me. I'm often over in the hub space, hovering around the devices that I love, which is the Surface Pro X. You can come and find me, and if you have additional questions or want to talk about deploying this particular device in your environment and have questions for me, on some of the topics we talked about, like autopilot, as well as in-tune management of firmware settings. We have workshops going on later on today, as well as Thursday, and then also I'm there to answer questions. Raul will be there as well, if you'd like to come and discuss in more detail anything else. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for considering this product. If you haven't had a chance to look at it, I encourage you to look at it, have some hands-on with it, you'll fall in love with it. It's an amazing device. Thank you very much.